1915, November 21st. Stuck in the middle of Antarctic, 27 men were watching the victory of ice over their ship, thus leading the ship to collapse and sink in Weddell Sea. With no chance of receiving help from outside, limited resources, and freezing cold, they were experiencing a great uncertainty about their future, thinking that they were on the edge of dying. Endurance expedition with these particular scene is what I think each time I reflect on this pandemic and Crucible's effect on employees. Apart from being an amazing adventure story, Endurance Voyage pinpoints the importance of the boss role in businesses in times of uncertainty through darkness and shows us how business leaders can maintain their employees' mental well-being by implementing incredible Shackleton's leadership techniques. Maintaining employees' mental well-being should be one of the top priorities in businesses to ensure quality work, since the research shows a link between performance and mental well-being. Yet the stress has grown 20% in 3 decades due to workplace triggers, including overworking, poor managerial support, and difficult interpersonal relationships. The World Health Organization identified a new term, workplace crisis, with a dramatic increase in chronic diseases, depression, and burnout. Now with the pandemic, the situation was even worsened. According to American Journal of Managed Care, almost 70% of the US workers considered the COVID-19 pandemic the most stressful period of their careers. Workplace stressors, especially working long hours and the lack of openness in the workplace, decrease the amount of productivity levels and lead to severe mental health conditions, with most of them resulting in a person's death. The study from Stanford University depicts that productivity falls sharply after working 50 hours per week and drops off a cliff after 55 hours, meaning that the more time you spend in the office working, the more stressed and unproductive you become. Silicon Valley's rocketing number of suicides and Japan's karoshi, or death by overwork, serve as good examples in this regard. In both cases, the business environment makes vulnerability taboo and considers overworking a way to enhance productivity, thus leading to a catastrophic number of people suffering from depression. Considering the seriousness of the ongoing issue regarding employees' mental well-being and its terrifying repercussions, businesses should take adequate actions to combat workplace crisis. The first step in achieving this goal is reducing working hours. Companies must make sure that their employees work for 3 hours, but 3 very productive hours. Since the study of nearly 2,000 full-time office workers by VoucherCloud.com reveals that most people aren't working most of the time they are at work, meaning that being full 3 hours productive a day is equal to working 8 hours in the office a day. That's why, for maintaining their employees' work-life balance, businesses should ensure that their workers work less than 40 hours during a week and take 6 weeks of vacation each year. In fact, 37-hour workweek is a standard in workplaces in Denmark, which is the second happiest country in the world in 2017 to 2019, with Scandinavian countries following similar trends. The second step for business leaders to take is to implement Ernest Shackleton's 3 incredible leadership techniques. First of all, managers should be role models for their employees by understanding the role of their attitude. They have to first maintain their well-being by refraining from traits leading to burnout, and then should encourage their employees to do the same. With their working styles and their policies, the leaders must send a clear message to the staff that mental well-being matters. Secondly, business leaders should create an environment, open environment, where the staff feel relaxed to share concerns and mental health problems. Regular one-to-ones and catch-ups can maintain good working relationships and build mutual trust, with leaders asking about mental well-being and giving staff permission to talk about work and home issues if they wish. Lastly, managers should help staff manage workloads by ensuring that work is clearly defined, communicating expectations clearly, and agreeing on reasonable deadlines with individual staff members. Shackleton used these strategies to bring back all of his 26 crew members home in high spirit after 2 years of endurance. Even years later, these crew members agreed to go with him to do the same expedition again, which clearly illustrates the true power of these three leadership techniques. Employees working in a company is much like these crew members indeed. When they first join the company, they feel highly energized and positive, but it is the leader's role within the business to maintain this positive energy throughout the adventure and bring these people back home in high spirit. In conclusion, by reducing working hours, understanding the role of their attitude, creating an open door policy, and developing clear and shared purpose, business leaders can maintain both their employees' mental well-being and their company's well-being.